No woman will object if you say this. Let's clarify an issue. Words are possessorians. If you think attraction is solely lithific on appearance wealth, or prestige the game playing is incorrect truth. A man who is able to articulate himself and, in other words, it can enter a room and draw attention right away even from women who wouldn't typically give him a second glance. Okay. This is the section that might make some people a noon comfort. Most guys, they talk themselves out off being attracted nut due to their lack of bod-not sympathy, lack of game, although because of everything they say ice incorrect. They over-explain, they strive too hard anthe-pursuit. They make an impression. And you know what? Women are able to detect vulnerability in a mile away. But here's the twist. There are certain words or phrases cited in the correct tone at the appropriate time. It struck various words that slipped by her reasoning directly into her feelings, although they don't shout pick mindstead state. I am fully aware of who I am, and ye are fortunate that I am speaking with yow sound, cocky, maybe, but confidencer, saladon wavering. Confidence is the mask Organga man can wear in his video. I'm going to give you 10 things you can say that no woman can resist. If you say them, thepro per, manner being is not the point of his manipulative dot. It's about comforting psychology, emotion, and the pure of manly presence. Thus, if you've ever felt abandoned, disregarded, or similar to you, don't know what to say, listen up, since this video will make you never run outwards again. 1. Urena. As complicated as you think, this. It's a bold statement. It presents a woman with difficulties in a manner that surprises her. Yuri, not disparaging her. But you're every certainly not placing her in a sapper position, and that's precisely why it functions. The majority of guys attempt to win women over by consistently conquering with them, examining their emotions, uttering phrases like, wow, you're so deep, or I've never encountered anyone like you. While that might sound pleasant, it trail ours is dependable and rather desperate. However, when you state that your note is complex as you believe, you immediately change the script. You regard 2 things. You're not intimidated by her. You are able to look past the emotive and dramatic games, which is appealing. This, her ego, is subtly challenged by her statement, without being impolite and women airwired to react to difficulties. It ignites interest. She feels compelled proof that she is complicated, that she is unique, and just like that she's interacting with Yao according to your terms. But keep in mind that it's not what us, but the way you put it. Say I 10, a calm manner. Smile, calm voice, direct. Eye contact. You're not attacking Jur. You're teasing or assurance. And confident women love that fatality. When emanating from a man, one knows exactly what he is. 1. Let's say she's ranting about how ice incomprehensible to everyone. Most men would nod, concur, and utter a phrase such as, yeah, you're unique. However, lean back, smile a little, Anzi, you're simpler than you believe. The enigma appeals to Eo, then halt, give it to me. Sink in. She will either chuckle, raise on a brow, or make an attempt to fute you. All 3 have one sincere causing her to react, and that's correct. There is when the attraction begins. 2nd, I attract rather than chase. This one flips the entire dating game on its head. Most guys are in a state of perpetual persistio, texting. Then again, when she refuses, tones were pleading for her time, Mac attempting to demonstrate their suitability. But here's the truth. Following screaming insecurity, and ladies are aware of that energy in a flash upon saying, I attract to see our sending announcing that you are a winner, that you're not in a desperate situation, you don't beg, you're not trying to win them over, you're in your zone carrying out your duties. And an body, you can have anyone in your life, but not required this way. Off thinking is effective due to magnetic confidence. Sight generates rather off-facing your way, Pinto. If you draw semianento, the world of you, yours. Furthermore, I doesn't imply that you never be interested. Just means you didn't purse. You hesitate. You equal energy. you cherish your time. You make women curious about you by investing in Yahav to work for it. When you keep this energy flowing, through your entire being comes more into your quiet, your mystery. Evan, your walk. Women want to determinate you, and at that point the roles are reversed. However, once more, Thea delivery matters. This not what you say with superiority. Love certainty like. A man was walked away from drama previously and is doing great, repeating the action. I second Supas. She's taking hours top hard. Target at responding or being aloof. Mosman would begin making a greater effort in inquirer. You okay, or did he make a mistake? Author. The next time she makes contact, Iden chase I attract is responsi theoriosense. Are you then cut off your conversation text, a follow-up non-nervousness only assurance? If she will come because she's sincerely interstate back with greater effort, otherwise Zuv simply stayed away from spending in time with someone who didn't appreciate you. In either case, you win. Additionally, that's the strength of not pursuing 3. I enjoy you. I don't need you though. Now, this one, it's strikingly as Mosman won't even have Theckeridge to think, much less speak it. We've been taught to think that if a woman truly appeals to us, we must go out a fear way to keep her, cancel our plans, provide forgiveness, demonstrate our worth. And we become alarmed if she withdraws too by that something is by glost worthwhile. However, let's take him in two and be honest. How often have O admired a woman, gusto? Have her begin removing yourself as soon as you can? Accessible? You believe it? That being kind and Phoebeist approach? Was be consistent, but she became bored somehow. This is due to traction is killed by neediness. Right now when I like you booty on you, what you're really saying is I'm centered whole and not searching for our already. I need someone to complete me. Fulfus mindset is uncommon and it has amagnetic quality because this is their reality. Most men don't care. Women have no desire to be required. The desire toad desired requiring she exerts, pre-cura desiring her gives rise to freedom. She ought to experience you like having her round. Yet you're just great without it. Similar to you, your world doesn't value her collapse if she doesn't show up. It's this way of thinking protects your peace, your energy, and who where. It reduces your reactive, preves you from thinking too much. Mentioned above all, it keeps you centered on your authority as a man. And you know what? When you're holding, this women sense an orgy. They sense theosense of stress. These are reassurance, emotional restraint. I encourages them to spend time with you, win vest toadman straight. Their value, halftime. Not Bach, you're playing games. However, since you're not a man that falls across a lovely face, you are a man with morals. Say it with assurance. I didn't tease you. If I like you, you could baity most potent boundaries you've ever established. Point 4. You're nothing recipient of attention. Let's to be honest, many men give away all their strength as soon as think terrace from a stunning woman. They pretend that she is merely doing them favor through responding to a masser, providing them with her phone number. Abruptly, she turns Sinto. Their world center and they begin being cautious and fearful, ozzing her. Here's a reality check though. That she's not the only person attracts attention and you air note invisible. The issue is that majority of guys pretend to have an alternative choices. They give a woman a sense of as if sewer the prize, and if she leaves, will disintegrate. That is weak vitality, and it fails to Koreans that, let's be honest, men must get up, just stop admiring Wando of their beauty. You are a man, you are valuably as well, regardless of whether it's your motivation, your attitude, and your idea. However, non-yaf, it indicates anything if you don't pretend to understand it. When you claim that you're not alone, being reminded of Horside's attention as well, as say yourself, this is reciprocal. That sitting in the corner hoping is not what you're doing to be selected. You have a choices if you're deciding to participate Tarathor. Then pleading to observed. This assertion immediately changes the dynamic. The playing is leveled, fielded, surprisingly a lot of ladies and a Norsich type of energy, since it demonstrates your intolerance for emotional hot and cold conduct. Answer being regarded as a contingency. Klein. It's not about having a cootitude. That it's about being self-conscious. You are aware of your value. You recognize your impact and you don't feel scared to pave. As AOIT or dot, here's the advice Ethan. Quit pretending that women are talking dad vintage of you be speaking with you. Keep your head up. Present yours fez though you have a choices as you do. If not, it's tomato. Begin if you can believe it. 5. Give me a genuine explanation. Filters this. Expression is strong not since it's so stangious, but because it's uncommon known everyone in the world is hiding behind masks and feigning flawless or practicing each. And every action fishets in order to appear impressive in a different way, to be honest. The majority of men talk to omen like 3 reading off a script from Where Are You? What do you do? That's awesome. I also enjoy that it's mechanized, it's secure. And you know what? It is disregarded. Women don't recall those discussions. They have. Listened to them 100 times. What they do recall is the Monwo gave them the impression that they might have banned on their performance. A man who didn't need to win them over, but instead create them desire to be more forthcoming. That's what tells Jim Samething on a ball. Filters don't. It challenges her in a constructive manner. You're letting her know that I'm not present for the performance. I'm looking for the true you, not the version on Instagram, not the adorable media. Polished version, unkempt, unfiltered human aspect of youth. Puts interest right away. Women adore to be observed. But furthermore, they in ordardo bow. Additionally, when you stay at this expression with serene, sincerivger, it demonstrates your ability to deal with reality, not delicate urena only. Here to phony chuckles or flimsy praise, but the catch is that if you say this end, then appear startled or uneasy when you lose all credibility and she opens up. You must be prepared for genuine conversation because feelings, viewpoints, and a glance into the areas off her that hidden the majority off guys. In actuality, that's what Makasu memorable. Therefore, the next time you are engaged in an ongoing conversation, break the pattern and go nowhere fast. Take a look at Tell Me Something Real. Sure said no filters. Speak with sincerity and sees. Walsaroval 6, who receives my time, asupto me. This is more than a phrase. It's a norm, a limit, or a change in perspective that makes boys different from men. There are too many men devoted their time, effort, and focus on anyone offers them. A grin, a hello, a little formation, or a flirtatious text. All of a sudden, they reorganizing 3 entire day to accommodate her. That is the error because this is the unpleasant reality. Stu, when you behave as people treat your time as though it were sheep women as well. When you say, I choose who kashasm attention, you're going to restore her. Not impolite, you're just buying deliberate. Not conceited, not every knock can reach you, and including women. Anticipate that you will pursue without making any offers meaningful in return. This expression demonstrates that you didn't have time to waste. Just because her that she's attractive. You didn't tonally act on appearances, move according to someone's worth. How wisdom handles you on how they fight into. You're already creating your life precisely. What men of high value they have apropos in life and guard their schedule. Their plans are not canceled simply to possibly hang out. They create judgments based on criteria than sentiments. This is what makes this powerful phrase that changes course of events. Rather, fathom time to establish or value her time. She must now consider whether she's that shift. It alters sand. It's worth yours. Women are accustomed not being the do pursued, but upon meeting a mano, forces them to qualify. They pay with assurance rather than a tennis. They value the attention they receive, and if they will step, they are genuinely interested up. Therefore, levite, rather than just say it. Utilize your time wisely by working on yourself, your objectives, and your tranquility. Then remind her that it choose who receives my time, not because of pride, but because respect for N7. When you're incorrect, you're cute. Now, this one is lighthearted, but it's risky in the best way. Why? 'Cause it tests her. Ken taunts her as self-assurance, and it demonstrates that you're not fearful of disagreeing while maintaining too many males. RT, flirtatious and light. The error of consistently agreeing with women only to maintain their favor. Smile, nod, and comply with wait for thinking. If I just agree, she'll like mud better with her. Untrue. That's how you become friends. Women don't desire a man who says yes. Desire a man who is a blended thumb while still allowing them to chuckle while doing so. When you say you're cut one, you're wrong, things go doing just suit. That you're not in agreement but charming. Glee thought you are clutching your frame without transforming it is towing argument. That's powerful, it's uncommon. It also demonstrates you're lakoff, emotional, reactionary. You don't take offense at conflict. You don't have towing the discussion that. You're merely enjoying your sylphaned enough self-assurance to flirt through it. This type of light-hard tension increases quick attraction. It produces a back-and-forth energy that majority of men are also hesitant to hone her. They are concerned about being excessive or setting her. But women are sensitive beings who absorbing me emotionally and cognitively by acknowledgeable man doing. But delivery, I obviously say it with his near say everything. When she is clearly enthusiastic about something, even if she's completely missed. You're buying kind, not cruel.com, unflappable, playful, and in charge. Additionally, ifs, laughs, pushes back or perfectly args in a phone manner since she's engaged. You can a step leaving the dull safe category and in unforgettable one. Consequently, the following time, she begins fervently creating an incre grant. Simply say with a smile, you're adorable when you're mistaken. Go for it. 8 Don single quotes. To worry, I can handle you. This sentence treads carefully between assurance and mastery, and that's precisely why it functions. We live in a way many women feel complete to be powerful, as self-sufficient, concerned, and intentionally. Little challenging. Why? Since they've discovered that the majority of men unable to tolerate. True intensity mindset, a small obstacle, a small coyotes, emotion sand. The typical man either stops working or flees. But when you say quietly, don't worry, I can handle, manage you. You give a clear signal you're not scared of her, a tall flame she doesn't overwhelm. Enthusiasm, and you won't give up Simplibios. She possesses a powerful character Yuri. Sang to her bring the storm. If you say cuss, I am not brittle, I avoid bagging, I don't look for approval. Iliadon, surprisingly, that's just what a low-tough women are seeking, a man who can't maintain his composure to face off. She's butting him tough test. Caused because women push buttons and test things because they are recunning or malevolent, but because they secretly desire to feel secure her with a man who can't defend himself saying this and understanding what it means. The depth of feeling dosed frightened her. You're not afraid of mood swings. You're not afraid of independence. In fact, you're grounded. Therefore, you welcome it in your own manhood. However, this is the crucial. Don't only say it for show. In fact, Umisbet Hatman. Man who stays out off the spotlight. The man who refuses to accept everything directly. The one who can hear, react, take charge, and maintain composure under pressure. The distinction between being both a guy and a player. Therefore, then the next time says, I am handle meet her gaze and duder. Don't worry, can't handle you. And then 9 ident press, so I'll shokens, this thinking is right here. Shift an entirely different method of doing things. The majority of men spend their time in tempting attract women, showing off your Bayesian inflated day accomplished. Khalid lowering showing off or reciting. They hard, smooth words on social media. It never feels real. And guess what? Appears to be insecure. Strive too hard. And women are able to detect it from far away. However, when you state, I don't impress, say you're displaying an entirely degree of consciousness. Oh, phone self. You are stating, I'm not. I'm here to impress you. I'm here to demonstrate. You know who I am. If that strikes a chord with your cool, should it not? I'm still excellent. That type of energy, sane, common, and amazingly beautiful indicates that you're fanto. Wear a mask. You're not to have to change tolect. You're not attempting token form to. Her anticipations that you're simple not, I apologize. And you stand because of that out because it's their reality. Women avoid falling for ideal men. They plummet for real dudes. Bold men sufficient to express their opinions, discuss what they cherish, accept their imperfections, and not care. Caves their approval. Though I'm no impressive, I too express yourself. Is to not perform for confirmation? You establish a relationship by being truthful? It indicates that your self-rank seats internally, not from cheers. This is not to say that you didn't look after yourself or that you quit dote expanding. It refers to all of your actions. How you move, how you talk, and how odorous originates from your truth rather than a location of excess of the comps. Women value that sin seats revitalizing has a substantial feel. It seems secure. Additionally, it creates genuine neck chemistry, not phony appeal. Thus, give up attempting to be what you belly-offs want. Be yourself completely, boldly, and clearly. Additionally, when she suggests a grin box, you're unique and declare, I don't impress, I communicate and mean each and every word. 10. Take caution. It's difficult to place. This statement is audacious and brims with confidentiality is precisely why it attracts attention. The majority of males are ride if they tread carefully since if they are being replaced. They overgive in order to be safeguard ed. However, this is the reality kind of thinking means you're already losing. Caution is advised. I'm difficult topless changes perspective. You're not no more pleading to best elected. You're letting her know that you are valuable and that abandoning you has repercussions not because you're ideal but do owe your rarity. This statement is effective it's suicide in her thoughts. Should I lose him? I may not locate an third person who is similar to him. When you live as though it's true seed sprouts, you carry yourself with standards, with self-control. You guide, you safeguard your tranquility. You communicate without fear, and you're a blotto leave. When you're trio-tussed respectfully by that man, really difficulto replace. However, don't tell this with ego. Speak clearly and quietly. Strength is if he's witnessed the silo previously, it doesn't fear being alone. A self-reliant man would enough to hold his head high while walking by, 'cause you can tell when a woman notices Thatch doesn't want a loo. Thus, you're valuable you. So speak calmly and confidently truthful without passion or threat. I am difficult to replace, so proceed with caution. The sentence speaks for itself. In conclusion, this is the reality that no one wishes to declare aloud. The man who is aware of his value will always be more alluring compared to the man who can only, and that's the difference, please. Between men who are rebinging pursed and those who get used to Mosmanry for years to decide how to dress women, but what truly changes the game isn't just the words you use, Revilwo, are them since the most enticing amen. Who says what you can say to us require? The ento remain the vitalitu. Possess when you utilize this video's lines not from opposition off manipulation, but from a ground self-assurance, masculinity, and strength. Is my contentious reality, if you're a still terrified o closing her bot, UV completely transform into the man scared to let thoughts sink in. I want Tano leave a comment below so I can hear from you. Tell me about your experience accuriance. What worked, what didn't, and what's unclear. In the comments on, I would want to make connections with real. Men who have actual discussion stagger. Let's develop. We should create better.